Most people get this wrong about Clover. They think you can just download the app, tap one button, and instantly get a cash advance. But here's the truth no one tells you. Clover runs on a point system, and if you do not understand how those points work, you can waste hours and still not unlock the advance you want. In this video, I'll break down exactly how many points you need for a Clover cash advance in 2026, how the system actually works, and the fastest ways to earn points without wasting your time. I'll also show you the biggest mistake users make that slows everything down. So let's get straight into it. Here's the quick answer. Clover uses points to unlock certain features and boost options inside the app. But the actual cash advance eligibility is mostly based on your banking activity, income history, and account behavior. Points are mainly used to increase limits, speed up transfers, or access extras. This is where most people get confused. A new user named Jake downloads Clover and expects a $100 advance immediately. But after linking his bank account, he only qualifies for a small amount. Then he notices the app asking for points. Suddenly he thinks points equal money. That is not exactly how it works. Clover's point system is more like a rewards engine. You earn points by completing tasks inside the app. Things like watching ads, scanning receipts, taking surveys, linking accounts, or checking offers. Then you can use those points for certain upgrades or features tied to your advance experience. But here's where it gets interesting. The number of points you need can change depending on what you want to unlock. For example, boosting your advance amount may require 1 point level, while getting an instant transfer might require another. Clover changes promotions and requirements from time to time, so there is not always one fixed universal number. In many cases, users report needing anywhere from a few hundred to several thousand points for certain premium actions inside the app. Now before you panic, here's the important part. You do not necessarily need massive amounts of points just to use Clover. Your actual eligibility depends more on direct deposits and account stability. Let me explain that clearly. Clover wants to see regular income coming into your bank account. They usually analyze things like paycheck consistency, spending behavior, overdraft history, and account age. So if Alex gets paid every Friday through direct deposit and keeps his account active, Clover is more likely to approve a higher advance over time. But if someone opens a brand new bank account with no payroll history, the app may offer very little at first, even if they grind for points all day. This is where most people fail. They focus only on points, instead of improving the factors that actually increase eligibility. Now in a minute, I'll show you the fastest way to build points if you really want them. But first, let's talk about what cash advance amounts people realistically see in 2026. Most Clover users start small. Think somewhere around $5 to $50 initially. Then limits may grow gradually if repayment history stays positive, and deposits remain stable. Some users eventually qualify for larger advances over time. But here's the problem. People see ads online claiming huge instant advances immediately after Sign-up. That creates unrealistic expectations. Clover is not handing out massive amounts to every new user on day one. The app is designed to reduce risk. So if your banking history looks unstable, your limit may stay low until the system trusts your account behavior more. Now let's get practical. How do you actually earn points quickly? The first method is surveys. Clover often rewards users with points for answering short survey questions. These are usually simple consumer surveys about shopping habits or products. Second, receipt scanning. This is one of the easiest methods because many users already have receipts sitting around after grocery trips or gas station purchases. Uploading eligible receipts can generate points fairly quickly. Third, watching ads or engaging with promotions. These usually offer smaller rewards but can add up over time if you are consistent. Fourth, linking external accounts. Sometimes Clover offers point bonuses for connecting services or financial accounts. But here's the catch nobody mentions. Some point activities are worth your time, and others absolutely are not. For example, spending 20 minutes on a low-paying survey for tiny points may not be efficient. Smart users focus on high-value actions first. Receipt uploads and bonus offers are often faster than endlessly grinding ads. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Many users do not actually need instant transfers every time. If you can wait a little longer for standard delivery, you may avoid using extra points or fees altogether. And that brings us to an important topic. Does Clover charge fees? Technically, Clover markets itself as having no traditional interest charges on cash advances. But there can still be optional costs tied to faster funding or premium features. This is where people get surprised. They assume no interest means completely free under every situation. But instant delivery services may still involve charges or point requirements. So before accepting an advance, always check the transfer speed options carefully. A user named John learned this the hard way. He needed money immediately for gas before work. He rushed through the app screens without reading the details and selected express delivery. The money arrived quickly, but he later realized he used extra points and paid additional fees for convenience. The lesson is simple. Always slow down and read the delivery choices before confirming. Now let's answer another huge question people search for. Can you get a Clover advance without direct deposit? In many cases, direct deposit helps significantly. The app wants proof of recurring income. Without it, approval odds and advance limits may be lower. But here's the good news. Some users with consistent banking activity and gig income still qualify. The key factor is showing reliable cash flow into your linked account. So if you drive for rideshare apps, freelance online, or do delivery work, your eligibility may still improve if deposits appear consistently. Now, let's talk about timing. How fast does Clover send money? Standard transfers may take longer, while express options can arrive much faster depending on your bank. Some users see same-day funding with expedited delivery. But this is where most people fail again. They wait until the last possible second to request money. If your rent is due tonight, and you are just now opening the app for the first time, you may run into verification delays, bank connection issues, or approval reviews. The smarter strategy is setting everything up before an emergency happens. Link your account early. Verify your identity early. Understand the point system before you urgently need cash. That preparation alone can save you major stress later. Now let's compare Clover to some competitors briefly. Apps like Dave, Earnin, Bridget, and MoneyLion all approach advances differently. Some focus heavily on subscription models. Others depend more on direct deposits. Clover stands out because of the point system and gamified structure. Some users love that system because it feels interactive. Others hate it because earning points can feel repetitive. So the better question is not whether Clover is perfect. The better question is whether it matches your situation. If you enjoy maximizing rewards and completing small tasks, Clover may feel easy to use. But if you want a completely passive experience with fewer steps, another app might fit you better. And here's something very important people overlook. Cash advance apps should solve short-term problems, not become permanent income solutions. If you constantly rely on advances every paycheck cycle, eventually you can end up stuck borrowing against future income repeatedly. That cycle becomes stressful fast. So use apps like Clover strategically. Emergencies, temporary cash gaps, unexpected bills. Not everyday spending habits. Now in a minute, I'll give you the smartest strategy for maximizing Clover in 2026. But first, let's clear up one more myth. Some people think more points automatically mean higher approval chances. That is not fully true. Points may unlock features, but Clover's core risk system still analyzes your financial profile. So even if someone has lots of points, unstable income or risky account behavior can still limit advances. That is why building healthy account history matters more long-term. Now, here is the smartest strategy. First, maintain steady deposits. Second, avoid overdrafts when possible. Third, repay advances on time consistently. Fourth, use high-value point activities only. And fifth, avoid unnecessary express transfer fees, unless timing truly matters. Users who follow those 5 habits usually get the best experience over time. So let's wrap this up. Clover points are important, but they are not the whole story. The app mainly uses points for boosts, features, and convenience options. Your actual advance eligibility depends more on income consistency, account activity, and repayment behavior. Most users start with smaller limits and gradually build up over time. And the fastest way to improve your experience is not endlessly farming points. It is maintaining stable banking habits and understanding how the system actually works. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you tried Clover yet? And what was your starting limit? Drop your experience in the comments below, because it could help someone else avoid mistakes. And if this video saved you time or money, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more real-world app guides and honest financial breakdowns.